Hi, my name's Graham Tom. I'm the founder and chief executive officer of GT and Associates. And for 41 years, the badge that you see behind me was the badge that I proudly wore as a Queensland Fire and Emergency Services firefighter, and the various iterations before that. In fact, when I first joined, I joined the Brisbane Fire Brigade, which was the Brisbane Metropolitan Fire Brigade. But that badge, like this badge that you see behind me, incorporated almost all of the elements that you see here. But for tomorrow, the 10th of the 10th of the year 2020, it will be a commemorative service for fallen firefighters throughout Australia. And although there's a number of elements in this badge that you see, I want to just take the time to focus for the moment on that laurel wreath that you see surrounding the red circle. I'll cover a little bit about some of the other elements within that badge, but for the talk that I'll be giving today, I just want to focus on that laurel wreath. Now, the laurel wreath has a couple of purposes. The first one is that it surrounds and incorporates everything that's inside that laurel wreath. So if you're talking about branding or marketing, this is a very powerful brand that the Queensland Fire and Emergency Services has, not dissimilar to many of the other fire and emergency services, including the police, throughout Australia. And so that's the first purpose of that laurel wreath. It actually surrounds and incorporates everything that's inside it. And it does that through two ways. The first way is as a commemorative wreath. Tomorrow at that commemorative service, a number of people from firefighters through the hierarchy of the fire service to members of the public and members of various organisations will be laying a wreath at the front of an altar where this commemorative service will be taking place. And so that laurel wreath will commemorate the firefighters that have fallen in the line of duty, fallen doing the things that I can guarantee you all of them love to do as firefighters, to serve their community and to, in effect, give their life to serve that community. Now, firefighters never know when the bells go down and they turn out of their fire station to attend an incident, whether they will come home again. And for those firefighters that will be commemorated tomorrow, that was certainly the case. And so for their family, their wives, their mothers and fathers, sisters, brothers and children, they don't know when those firefighters will be coming back home again either. 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, they will come back home again. But tomorrow we commemorate and honour those that didn't. So that's the first thing with that laurel wreath. It's a commemorative service. But the second symbol that laurel wreath has is also a symbol of victory. Why victory? Well, because in giving that service to the community, in laying their lives down as these fellow firefighters have done over the period of time, and a significant number of them certainly lost their lives during the period of time that I was a firefighter for 41 years. But in giving that service, it's giving a victory over the 4 elements that the firefighters face. Indeed, in fact, that almost all emergency services, frontline emergency services, face throughout the world, and certainly so in Queensland. And the first of these for firefighters is obviously fire. The second one is earthquakes. The third one is cyclones. And the fourth one is floods. So they're the 4 elements, if you will. They're as ancient can be. Earth, wind, fire and water. And through those earth, wind, fire and water, we have the disasters of fire. Just recently in Queensland, Brisbane, the Australian bushfires, devastating. Cyclones, we're coming into the cyclone season now, which will bring with it some floods as well. But also there have been a number of earthquakes throughout Australia and in other places around the world that the fire services in Australia, including Queensland, attend and assist in international arenas as well. So that laurel wreath has a significant amount of meaning for firefighters, around Australia and indeed around the world. But when you look at that badge, when you look at that branding, that logo, for you also in your business, your brand, your logo is a powerful thing that can represent your organisation. And for us as firefighters, that laurel wreath represents both victory over the four elements and also commemorating the lives of those that have been lost and taking that victory over those elements. So that's a little bit about the Queensland Fire and Emergency Services badge. There's a lot more to it that we can talk about down the track, but for today, I just wanted to pay my respects, along with my fellow firefighters, to my fallen comrades for the 10th of the 10th ceremony that will be occurring tomorrow. Thank you.